Okay.
Because I was going to say like who they're going to get through to. Yeah, so going on to Group D, we've got the Gents, Team Rocket, Regent Juniors, and Joe Milburn FC, formerly the Incredibles. Labelled by a few as potentially one of the groups of death. And yeah, they'll be playing teams from Group C when they get through to the last 16. So start off with the Gents, I suppose. They've obviously runners up to us this year in the Prem Division. They've won the tournament before. They've won the league before. One of the.
They won the favourites. They're definitely one of the favourites. However, their most recent game, they come in with the same form. They got battered by Beachford, they won down at half time. And every time, I mean, we've had Jets before in the group stages of the tournament. The first tournament we played in, we were back in the old days of Paralytic. And they don't start well in tournaments. If you get into the second round, they breeze it. But group stages, sometimes they do struggle.
Yeah.
And in a group like this, they can't afford to struggle. I really don't think they can. But I do still would say they're probably favourites to top that group.
I think that's too much strength and depth and experience. Not too really. A lot could hinge on whether Goggles plays outfield and goal.
Well, if he plays outfield against us, I'll be laughing. I'll be laughing.
Well,
I can't see him putting him after the last.
In the title decider that you mentioned, they were 4-0 down within 2 minutes of him being outpitched.
And then they ended up losing 12-6.
Yeah, they put him in goal and it didn't go too much better. So.
No.
Well, Mark Curry took a stint in goal in the second half and they only conceded one.
Yeah, because of their pedigree, they're favourites to top the group.
But as fun as it is to bash Campbell a bit, should we go on to Team Rocket? What do you think of their chances?
Well, I mean, I've seen them play a few times, refereeing them, and I'd feared them. They're a good side.
Yeah.
I mean, they obviously won Div 2, so they would come into Div 1. And they'd be competitive in Div 1 as well. I would worry about those. Any teams in the tournament that come with us and they're going to struggle, I think, especially us. I'm really worried about playing them because I think they're a good side.
Yeah.
I still don't think they're going to make it through the group stages.
No.
Dependent upon how we do, but I think they're a good side. They get through, they can go all the way.
All depends which Incredibles team turns up, I suppose.
I think a good Incredibles team will turn up because we started term 2, very badly. It's no secret that we were rubbish. Well, of course it's no secret. People are watching our games. 9-2, 9-1, 11-2, something like that. But after we beat Santos, we won the last 5 on the spin. And we know that we're a good side, and we now go into games thinking, solid, let's just enjoy it. And we do.
I mean, a lot of controversy was created when you named your team Joe Milburn FC and not Tom Stanton FC. I'm
quite surprised where this name has come from. I mean, I do vaguely remember entering us as the Incredibles, but I mean, Joe Milburn is a newcomer onto the scene of futsal, and he's known him for quite a few years now, and he's not played competitive football for a while, but he slipped into our team last weekend, 2 games.
2 wins.
Hasn't actually ran properly for about 5 years as a swimmer. But he didn't exactly look well. You could tell he hadn't played for 5 years. But
I think that's fair. We'll leave it at that. Yeah.
Who's the last team?
And Regent Juniors. Potential whipping boys, maybe, of the group.
Let's not say whipping boys, because we played them last year.
They can be good. Yeah. They've struggled this season. They got 3 wins out of 11. It just depends who's going to turn up. On his day, Mike Jones can be very good.
Yeah.
As with Matty. And John O'Donnell's done well in goal so far this season, what he's played. It just depends who turns up for them, really. But I think
I'm going to have enough to be competitive in a tough group.
Regretfully,
they could have done with an easier group. I think they'll struggle definitely, but I would like to see them pull off a shock result. I wouldn't tip them for a qualification, but I'll tip them for a surprise win somewhere.
So
probably against us.
Tipping, well, no, not exactly going against the grain, but the Gents and Incredibles for qualification.
I'm going to say the Gents and Team Rocket myself.
Yeah.
Only because it depends. I think the qualification will depend on our result between Team Rocket, and if we don't put it off against them, then I don't think we'll go through.
I'm going to say Team Rocket. Any team that can beat Stephen 4-10-0, you know they're good. So I think Team Rocket will win. And
So
then,
Crystal Palace can get to the final tournament.
who's going to come second? I reckon Joe Milburn FC will come second.
Not the gents.
No, Joe Milburn is going to score a hat-trick
Oh,
in every single
Bold
game.
prediction.
okay.
I think